Here's everything you need to know about the Astroneer AMPP event in 2024. Before we get to the rewards you get for completing it, we need to talk about the basics. How to get points. This is pretty simple. You need points to complete the tiers, and completing the tiers will give you rewards. And that's what you want, to get the rewards. So first you're gonna need the points. You will get points by sending specific resources. Each resource that's in this event will give you a different number of points. Carbon gives you 2 points, Recipound gives you 15, Diamond gives you 20 points, for Nanocarbon Alloy you'll get 30 points, and the Automaton 009 will give you 48 points. These are the items that you can use to get points in this event. Now let's talk about how to craft event items. Each of them has a different recipe. Some of them are easier and they give you less points, but some of them are way harder, but they're worth it because they also give you a lot more points, and you're gonna see my automated farms for this event in just a second. You probably know how to get a carbon. You can use the tapper to get your organic and then the smelter to smelt it into carbon, and that's it. You've got 2 points for each carbon. If you're a beginner and you don't have more advanced resources, you don't have automation or any of that, you don't have a chemistry lab even, then you can just complete this whole event with carbon. It will take a while to complete it with just carbon, but you can do it. It's pretty easy, and you've got more than a month to complete the whole event. Personally, I completed it in 1 day, but I used a ton of automation. Speaking of, for Recipound, you're gonna need silicone and plastic. Basically, to get 1 Recipound, you'll need quartz, resin, methane, carbon, and compound. All of these combined will give you 1 Recipound, which is 15 points. Of course, I built an automated farm for this, and I got a ton of Recipound that way. I had a ton of fun building it, and we completed the second tier with it. You can check out the episode in the AMPP playlist. Next up, we've got a diamond. For a diamond, you'll need 2 graphene, which means 2 hydrogen and 2 graphite. Then each hydrogen requires 2 ammonium and 1 hydrogen. So for a diamond in total, you're gonna need 4 ammonium, 2 hydrogen, and 2 graphite. This is gonna give you 20 points. We also have a diamond farm right next to our Recipound farm, and you'll see exactly why in just a second. Next up, we've got nanocarbon alloy. This is steel plus titanium alloy plus helium. This is way too complicated. I'm not gonna explain all of the resources you need. If you want to, you can watch one of my videos on a nanocarbon alloy farm or my guide on how to get nanocarbon alloy, but this will give you 30 points. I actually don't think it's worth to send that much nanocarbon alloy. You are much better off sending the automatons, so let's talk about that. The automaton 009 requires Recipound and diamond. We already talked about Recipound and diamond earlier, and I've got a farm for each of them, and both farms come together to create automatons. So I basically have a huge automaton farm. I built it on Novus because you get both hydrogen and methane there, and that's the easiest way you can complete the whole event, and the fastest one as well. You don't need to make it all automated. You can just craft them manually, and you can collect the resources manually, so you don't have to automate it. But whatever way you choose to complete the event, automatons are the way to go. They give you the most points as well at 48 points. I said you don't have to automate, but you can, and it's pretty fun and exciting, so let's talk about how to automate the event. This is my automaton farm on Novus. I already told you it's on Novus because we need both methane and hydrogen to craft automatons, and we've got both of those on Novus. We'll get to the secret tiers in just a moment, but if you want to build this farm, then you can check out my 3rd video on the AMPP event. That's where we completed the 3rd tier using only automatons, and I built this farm right there. The Recipound farm is in the 2nd video, as I told you. You've got the playlist, you can watch them all. But if you're not as advanced, if this feels like way too much work to you, so if this feels overwhelming, you can just start off with a carbon farm. That's pretty easy. You just need tappers, smelters, and auto arms to grab all of that and bring it into an extra request platform. You can automate that, and you are gonna need around 1000 carbon to complete the event. That's doable, so you can do that. Now we can move on to the exciting part, the secret tiers. Basically, after you complete the event, you can still earn more points. These points will give you care packages. These are the extra tiers at the end of each event, which will give you awesome rewards. You can get QTRTGs, smelters, you get all types of late game items, and on top of all of that, you get the Model C chipset. But yeah, let's go ahead and complete these secret tiers to get all of the rewards and the chips. This is basically how you can complete a ton of secret tiers. If you've got resource canisters filled with stuff, especially if it's automatons, which give you the most points, you can just send one of these and you'll complete like 5 tiers at a time. So I'm gonna send all of these. That should be around 14 or 15 tiers completed right there. So they are all gonna come back with rewards, and then you can just scroll to the last page, and then you will be able to send it to get your extra rewards, because we completed like 5 tiers for each, so we're gonna get 5 times the rewards, and I'm hoping we can get all of the chips. So we've got the first chip from the C model here. It also has a cool description, you can read them for all of the chips, but we'll get all of them, and this is basically how you do it. Here are the rockets coming back with our rewards, and you can see you will get a ton of late game items and cool stuff. We've got another chip, that's the one. This is the second one, all right, and the second one again. We're gonna have to do this a couple more times. We also got fireworks. These are really nice, the green and the purple. Let's send these. That's nice. I'll just show you when I get all the chips, but this is pretty easy. We still don't know what we will do with them. We'll find out later this year probably. But I should also show you the rewards. For the first tier, you're gonna get the cognition hat. For the second one, you're gonna get the respirate mask. And for the third tier, you're gonna get the scrap wrap palette. I'm wearing all of them right now, and I'm looking pretty cool, if I might say so myself. But I'll just keep on getting these, and I'll show you all of the late game resources we also get. This is really good to do, especially if you're early to mid game and you can afford to just craft all of these materials. If you complete a ton of extra tiers, you are gonna get some really good items, so I really encourage you to do that. Just a quick update here, we've got 4 of the 5 chips. We've got 1, 2, 3 and 5. We are missing the 4th one, and I also got a couple of doubles, so we have more of each, but I can't seem to find the 4th one, so I'm gonna let the farm run for a little bit more. I just wanted to let you know that you might not get all of them in order, and you might get repeats of the same one. Right now I'm facing the issue of not finding the 4th one, but I'll show you once I get it. Okay, so I had to let the farm run for like another hour, but I finally got it. This is the 4th chip. So let me see where I have it. Yeah, so this is the storage with all of the chips. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the chips from the C model. I'm really excited to see what this will unlock. And yeah, that's basically how you do it. I had a lot of fun doing this event, and I hope you learned how to complete it as well. Now make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So click that, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, Astroneers!